Now, in a way, if we have defined what an AVL tree is, this time, how can we combine a 2 AVL tree and this variable size locator? Let's talk about Lee How to see if we've mixed them together and now optimized them. Now, let's get ahead of this free list allocator. The disadvantage of light and large allocator is why it takes time. But if you think about it in detail, if you look back at why it took time, what kind of allocation we can allocate at this point. It was a process of finding this size. When we had 4 blocks, we had to figure out what size they were allocatable, which was the main reason why this process took n hours. So we want to reduce the process of finding this size from 5 times to 5 times login. So that's how we get ahead. That's how we get this size, and then the memory start addresses are managed as a linked list. Put this information in this tree. So the node in this tree is going to be the size of the key, and the value is going to be this memory start address. So what happens? Now, for example, there was a connection list in this existing variable size locator, and the size was this. Then there was a start address of 0x and 10. Then there was a 0 and 0x and 10. And there was a 10 and 0x30. Let's say there was 1. And we are currently... I want to assign these 7 seats now. So we're going to explore 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to decide, oh yes, and then we're going to remove this node information, and then we're going to create a new node information for the rest of this that we've allocated enough to hit, and we're going to add it here like this. Next, I'll try young x saying young here. If you look at this in detail, it took 1230 hours. But if you organize this in tree form, you can optimize it. So it's going to be Zhao Ying x 2020 x 1 young 10 young x 3 young. Now, so when we find any of these assignable sizes, we're not looking in this existing connected list. We're looking in the 2 AVL tree. Then, since it is 7, we are comparing these t-values with each other. I looked at it, and it was bigger than O. It's going right. If you don't look this way, of course you won't see all the nodes in this search process. Because only some nodes are seen, this log. The search time is reduced by n hours. This is one of the core principles of this optimization. So then, when we made this allocation, we also put the remaining part from 20 to 3 in the connection list. Likewise here, I tried to erase it like this and put some wrong x death sentence like this, but I reorganized this tree accordingly, and as a result, if I finish allocating it in this form, the shape of the framework will change. Yeah, then now. Let's talk about some additional precautions. This video explains how to optimize.